All right, what's going on, guys? I'm Bear DeGidio, and we are back here on the JAXXON podcast, 1 year anniversary. I'm here with one of the greatest co-hosts of all time, 50 Shades of Blue, a.k.a. Mr. Blueberry, a.k.a. Papa Smurf, a.k.a. the one and only, what?
Hey, why you coming for me like that in the beginning of the fucking podcast?
Brother, it's so good to have you here. 1 year anniversary. Thank you for everything you've done. I appreciate you. I got the one and only Khalil Rountree.
What up?
One of the baddest man on the planet. Strongest man in this room by far.
By far.
No way. That's haven't been proven yet.
The last time we were on this podcast, we had a huge viral moment. Basically, it's Khalil Rountree saying he's stronger than you. And I just want to make this statement clear for the record. Rampage JAXXON, one of my best friends. I've seen you and I know your size. I know your strength. And I want to back you up on this. You are for sure the strongest man in this room.
Yeah. How you gonna just give him the accolade?
This is a double X. Look at that. My sleeve
I want to
barely
make him
fits.
feel good.
Hey, look at this. Look at that.
My
It's a
sleeve
gun
barely
show.
fits. Hold on. Actually, why don't we just start off with the arm wrestle right here?
He just beat Paulo Costa yesterday.
Yeah, I beat Paulo Costa.
In an arm wrestle?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not Paulo Costa.
Oh.
Wow. See, look, I would, but I just had surgery just now.
Oh, man.
What is that from?
There's always something, Rampage.
I had lymphoma. I used to call it my clitoris.
You had a clitoris growing on your arm?
I had a clitoris in my bicep. I
Makes
saved it
sense.
for you.
I thought a clitoris is when you hurt your back. Oh my, but get
This
that away.
guy,
Get
dog.
that out of here. Dog, get that out of here.
This just came out of my arm
Dog,
an
get
hour
that-
ago.
You fully brought a lymphoma
That's
to
what
the
it-
podcast.
That's what it called. That's what it's called, lymphoma.
Lymphoma. Okay.
Hey,
Dr. Pimple Popper. You see this?
I give you 10 grand to eat it.
You're crazy.
Bro, that is inside your arm?
It looked like a crab meat, don't it? That was inside my arm.
Yeah, it looks like one of those little pigs in a blanket you get at a Tapa, like an American barbecue.
I hate it. I would sit
The
there
little
for
mini corn dogs.
I just sit there and play with it and stuff.
I'll give you 10 grand to eat it.
What would you do? You just rub it around like this?
I was just rubbing around. That's why I called it my clitoris.
So you just finger your forearm all day?
My bicep.
Jesus. That's an interesting tactic, huh?
Yeah, man. That's interesting as hell. This is the first time I've ever seen a lymphoma in real life. So thank you for that experience.
It
Jesus.
took the doctor all of 20 minutes to get it out.
Let me see. Bill Nye, the Rampage guy. Let me see that.
What, this?
Yeah. Let me see.
No, don't drink it.
I'm not going to. Think I'm going to drink your clitoris? What's wrong with you?
Dude, honestly, Rampage, you just need to just shoot it right now. Just take it back.
This shit right here is in
$20,000 cash.
That's not water.
$20,000 cash. You drink that right now.
The shit that is in would kill me.
$20,000 cash. You drink that whole thing.
No way. Hey, I don't love money, so you can't. I see like a little red vein.
That is true. He actually don't love money. I've seen him turn down a lot of deals just because he don't align with the brand. Hey, you know what, bro? You don't get enough credit for the fact that you actually, damn, you have big arms or what's up? The t-shirt
I'm stronger than him. I got big arms. I'm stronger
Tyler
than
Perry,
Khalil
chill out.
Rountree.
You're not stronger than Khalil Rountree.
Man, he
Off the rip.
What?
Man, he just called me Tyler.
I'm trying to be nice to our guests. You always bully our guests. That's why it's hard to get guests now.
No, Rampage ain't bullying. Not me, at least. He might be bullying you.
I don't
I'll give
never
you
bully.
Knuckles as well. He's not bullying me, but he tries.
Nah,
But
Rampage is the
you
goat.
can't bully somebody if you're not stronger than
We've
them.
never had a guest say no to us because of Rampage. So because of that, you are goated for life. You already are a goat, but the fact that no one has ever said no to us to coming on this podcast.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. That's a
Why?
blatant
Who
lie.
said no?
A lot of people said
Say
no.
one person right now.
Ian McGarry.
I don't know who that is.
Liam McGarry. What's his name?
Oh, the dude from Taken. You were in an A-team with him. He didn't say no.
Oh, we didn't ask him. McGarry.
Oh, Ian Gary.
Ian McGarry.
Oh, he said no.
Yeah, Ian McGarry.
What did he say no to?
Well, Rampage forgot his name and he caused issues for no
No,
reason.
Bear went on Ariel Juana's show and just embarrassed the whole podcast.
Today's about him.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up?
Good to have you here.
Back again? Yeah, good to be here. Man, you guys are fucking entertaining. So
I love having a little brother with me all day that I can just, show him the world. One time he came up to me and said, what do I do when a girl comes to me and she's single at the bar? I said, Rampage, you take her home, you can show her the finer things in life. He said, oh, that's exciting. And I just walk him.
This motherfucker don't know shit about girls.
I don't. Me and Mighty Mouse didn't try to help you yesterday at the bar?
Y'all cock blocked me at the bar yesterday.
How?
Mighty Mouse told a damn girl he was my son.
oh my God, yeah, that's a bad one. That's a bad one.
They cock blocked
Yeah, you're done for forever.
Were you with us last night?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
there.
they lost us.
I lost you guys though. I was playing games with Gabriel and Khalil. We were killing it. Playing basketball, everything. Turn around, go look for Bear. Bear's gone. Rampage. You were gone.
Yeah, I had a couple
Long
beers and 2
before.
shots. I was done.
Nah, but it was a good time. We had the whole squad there. Good celebration. man, yeah, that was great. Thank you guys for having me over there.
Oh, yeah,
Good
anytime.
energy.
Yeah.
We only want to keep people around us that have good energy. And one thing I do want to talk about real quick before we jump into this is we are having an amazing year at JAXXON. You know, the leading men's jewelry brand. This is our best-selling chain, the Cuban 8mm. Everybody's been supporting the brand. Rampage was on Joe Rogan, and he's doing a full press tour right now. And because of that, we have one of the best podcasts in the game. At least we feel like that. Rampage is always, you know, coming early on the show right here.
Yeah. Big
But,
congrats to you guys.
Big congrats.
It's amazing.
And I want to show love to Rampage. I want to show love to you because without you guys like you, top level fighters in the world and guests, the show would be nothing. So thanks for coming.
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy to be here, man. And a lot of growth here.
Hey,
Hey, he's talking to you.
can I get a paper towel? This F3 squirted all over me.
I thought that was your forearm that squirts.
No.
No.
All right. Sorry to interrupt the show.
Are we ready to have a show now,
We
or,
ready-
or
listen,
you want to keep
listen.
playing games?
I feel like at home with him because this is like this. I've done a movie with him, and this is our second podcast. Or
Yeah,
third?
second podcast.
Yeah, so
We've been
movie.
up for 24 hours.
I didn't get that much sleep last night.
He was
That's
out all night.
crazy.
I went to the
That's
strip
crazy.
club after I saw it.
And you got that much energy. It's that F3, huh?
It's the F3, bro.
man.
I'm a werewolf though.
All joking aside.
Yeah.
He been disrespectful.
Nah,
The way he said it was disrespectful.
No,
That's the only thing
I
would
wanted
say.
to lead into it and break the ice because there's an elephant in the room.
But you got to
This is
respect.
one of the best fighters in the world, and something happened to him that I feel like happens to a lot of fighters, which is not fair to them, which is they are trying to follow protocol. They work with companies and people that are supposed to have their best interests at heart. Now, yes, it's still up to them to keep and follow the line, but sometimes it's not their fault. And I kind of want to just break this down off the break. What happened?
So, like, I mean, I can't, at the moment, I'm not in the position to give, like, the maximum amount of, like, details.
No worries.
I guess, like, in short, the best thing that I can say is that, as an athlete, I need to have the proper nutrition. I need to have, the proper training, just everything to be in the best physical shape that I can be in. With that and without having the knowledge, I chose to outsource my supplements, and I trusted a company who helped, make sure that I was taking the right things, knowing exactly that I'm a UFC fighter, that I'm under, protocols, things like that. So, I was given something that I wasn't supposed to be given. You know what I mean? And once I found out, I immediately alerted the UFC and told them, like, hey, this is the situation. And since then, it's just been a whirlwind and a headache and a lot of many other things to try to just make this right.
Do you regret
You know what I
telling
mean?
him? Do you regret telling him?
No, absolutely not. No, I'm actually very happy that I reached out to them as soon as I found out, because otherwise, like, if I didn't tell them, then I would have had to wait, and then my test would have came up, and then I would have got suspended, or I would have fought and it been in my system. You know what I mean? Like, so it just, this is the truth of how it happened. So I'm glad that I just went right after it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that makes sense. Yeah.
hey, this is the situation. And then they understood. And, obviously there's still a form of breaking the rules. So I had to get like a 2-month penalty for it.
So we're hearing that there's a suspension in one state, and then there's a UFC suspension, or there's just an in general suspension. You don't have to go into too detail, but how does the actual suspension process work now?
So UFC, because because my test did come back positive for DHEA, which is also non-performance enhancing. If you look into
It's
it,
like a over-the-counter vitamin.
yeah,
right?
a lot of people, like, from what I saw, I never knew what it was, like, even before then. So,
To be clear, that it's a non-performance enhancing supplement.
Yes.
Same thing Bobby Green tested positive for over a vitamin.
yeah,
Something
yeah.
you could get at Walmart.
Yeah. So I didn't know what it was. I didn't know that I was being given that. So yeah, anyway, doesn't do anything to performance from what I've read. But UFC still had to issue me a 2-month suspension minimum. So because I was booked to fight in Nevada State had to also issue a separate suspension
Wow.
The Nevada State Athletic Commission.
Wow.
So that just limits me from fighting any combat sports or any sanctioned, you know what I mean, sanctioned events. So
In Nevada only or anywhere?
from my understanding, if it gets issued in Nevada, it's just not like it's just maybe technically I could fight in another state, but I'd imagine it's frowned upon, which is understandable. You know, it's almost disrespectful. Like if the UFC were to book me in Texas instead, it's almost like disrespectful to Nevada. You know what I mean? So I understand that part, you know, but it is very unfortunate.
Hey, is Viagra still bannable?
I'd imagine I think it's more about like what's in it, right? Like how many different ingredients are in it, and there's probably one in there that is banned. So like the whole thing itself probably shouldn't be.
There goes your dream of being an MMA fighter.
Why is that?
Because you be popping Viagra's like M&Ms.
Look like a Viagra with that blue hat on.
Oh, damn.
Who you talking to?
Damn,
Yeah,
he had that one loaded.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
you can't have that loaded because who was talking about Viagra?
Right.
Hey, I give you a solid star for that one.
Oh,
That's a solid gold star.
yeah, that was a good one. Man, he's been getting better with these jokes. In a whole year, he's been getting
You're
better.
giving him material. That's why. You stop giving him material.
The whole year.
And there will be no jokes.
It took him a year. I noticed like last week, he's like, damn, I don't know what this motherfucker funny now.
Now he want to notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be those glasses got you seeing straight. Listen to last week. You just spit on the camera guy?
No, I almost got him.
Yo, honestly, dog, from the clitoris coming out of your chest over here, and then you're spitting on the camera guy, and now you look all sophisticated.
Yeah,
Brother,
I forgot I got these glasses. I got to wear these glasses for a whole week.
You one colored shirt away from looking like you went to Harvard.
I'm smart enough to go to Harvard.
I want to make this very clear. This goes for everybody in the room. This man is highly intelligent.
I'm very intelligent.
And with you guys making jokes all night that he's just like a Kevin Hart comedian, it's disrespectful. The guy has amazing takes on history, culture, politics, understands the Most High.
And bitches.
I never said that, but listen, he is an amazing person. The only thing he lacks is the ability to close on females that are into him. He obviously fumbles that bag, but besides that, he's great.
Yeah, if, get your friends cock blocking you.
We're venturing into a new land for you, right?
Yeah.
I want to be serious when I say this. Like, even for me, example, we had a massive shoot lined up for you. We couldn't do it. We had some money lined up for you for a JAXXON podcast. We couldn't do it. And then we had a huge debut with our JAXXON Cuban 8mm. We couldn't do that either. It's got to be multiple brands and sponsorships that fall out because you can't fight. Because it's not like a soccer player or baseball player where you get to just continuously make money. You got to fight to make money.
Yeah, 100%.
So did it affect you personally?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's crazy because, like, I've been doing my best to keep it together, right? Like, this is the way that I make a living. This is the way I feed my family. This is the way I keep a roof over my head, right? So, like, every time I fight, that's how I do it. And so, like, to be booked on, like, one of the biggest, it was the biggest fight of my career. If I would have stepped in, and at the time, Conor McGregor was still supposed to fight and be the main event, but, like, if I would have been able to step in and fight Jamal Hill, co-main event, that's one shot away from a title, right? And then, like, that's also different money.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that it's also a lot of different, like, opportunities and stuff. So, yeah, a lot of stuff did stop for me because I wasn't fighting. And then, like, a lot of stuff has stopped for me since then. And I've been thinking, like, well, damn, I've never really been in this position before. Like, right before all this stuff happened, is like, okay, I'm in a position right now where, like, I can buy my first house. I can pay off my first car. You know, like, things like that. It takes a while to get to that point. And then for it to, like, to set myself up and then it kind of be, like, messed up. It's been crazy, dude. Like, this past few months, like, with fighting being canceled and suspensions and not knowing and this and that, and, like, never thought I'd be in this position in my career. So it's like, it's a crazy part of the story. It's like,
learn from this, and you know, I'm not saying that you didn't, or I'm not giving you advice on that, but learn from this and, like, put stuff away for later, for rainy days and for injuries and stuff like that, because shit happens and we, you know, our bills don't stop.
Yeah, bills don't stop. I think that, like, it's definitely, it's a blessing to have people in your life who understand finances, who understand different investments, like, things like that. Because a lot of people don't teach it in school. And unless you choose to go to college and actually study that, then you kind of don't know a lot of stuff,
100%.
right? So like, and then like as fighters too, I definitely advocate for like the handful of big group of fighters out there that probably aren't in a situation where like they've set themselves up for retirement. We don't get a retirement fund for this. It's all just us, you know? Yeah. And when fighting is over, what are we doing with our life, or what do we do to have a life after? Mm-hmm. And I'm in that point in my career where like I see what that means, you know? And yeah, from here moving forward, yeah, I'm going to advocate for that. Like, set yourself up in this. If you're a fighter, if you want to get into MMA and you want this to be your dream, then you got to get some people around you or get some guidance on how like you don't have to do this for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Have you started a 401k?
Not yet, actually, you know? And it's crazy for me. Like, a lot of my career is inspired by my father, who was murdered when I was 2, right? And like everything that I hear about him is all good stuff. But my dad was 36 when he was murdered. I'm 34. And the way he set me up to where like when he was gone and then I was taken care of when I got to a certain age and didn't have to, you know, worry about certain stuff. But like I'm inspired by that as well. And I'm like, okay, my dad by 36 already had something for me set up. Wow. And I don't have children yet, but like now that's kind of like these type of things are important.
He had a will at 36?
Yeah, man.
That's, you know, you don't hear about that all the time.
You don't. You know what I mean? Like,
will, yeah.
You don't. And so like, yeah, like a will and just like different insurance plans and stuff to know that like if anything happens to me, like my son's taken care of. And so, you know, like wanting to be a father, you know, shortly in the future and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, like it's time to, you know, start looking into more important things and like just more responsible things, you know?
Damn, that's an incredible story. I mean, I've heard some stories that Drake sampled a song named after your dad, or there was a story there about
so when my dad passed, he was the manager for road manager for Boyz II Men.
Oh wow.
And then he also managed road managed like New Edition and ABC, like a lot of people in Motown, stuff like that. So when he died, Boyz II Men wrote a song called Khalil. It's an interlude, and it was for my dad. And so like, yeah, when he passed, it was like a sad time for everybody. And they put an interlude on the album. And then Drake sampled that in one of his songs about his son or whatever like that.
So. That's cool. But Barry got something in common with those guys. You know, your dad was a road manager. Barry gave Boyz II Men road head.
Hey, here's the thing though.
I can't. Dude.
Like those guys were before our time, so that joke doesn't stick. I got your side, Barrett.
Yeah. What? Boyz II Men, they still good, right? They still touring, right?
Excellent execution of your joke today, and it's good to see you polishing off your jokes properly, just like you polish off other things in your life.
Whatever.
One thing I want to know about is Gabe said you used to hook them up. Gabe Silva, Anderson Silva's son, and Anderson Silva. They said they used to hook him up when you were running a fight shop or you were working at a fight shop.
So shout out to Scotty Nelson. He now is one of the people that run CPI Stem Cells. Okay. They're a new sponsor in the UFC, so congratulations on that as well. But Scotty used to run a fight shop called OTM. And we used to have Rampage posters, like everybody, you know?
Yeah.
That was like in the prime. We sold Pride DVDs. Like we sold all types of stuff, MMA related. And I was the manager at the Vegas location. And because I was in the fight world, that shop just ended up being like one of the best ones. And then Scotty moved me here to LA. And that's when I started working at OTM. And that's when I met Gabriel Anderson, Khalil, because I used to just sell them boxing shoes and stuff like that. Yeah, really cool.
That's a good story. Like we need more stores like that, right? You see, like boxing have like those shops, but MMA that's the only one, huh?
Yeah, there's no real MMA stores anymore, and I don't even think OTM exists.
It's still
like
one on
it did.
Beach.
Is it still on Beach in
It's still
Huntington?
one on Beach. I was there a couple of months ago. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So, but there used to be multiple locations, so they probably just have one now. But yeah, man, we need more stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I'll be the one to open it. Who knows?
Yeah, you should.
You know, maybe open that up. Maybe that's what I do. Maybe that's my contribution back.
Yeah.
You know, make MMA gear or collab with other brands to sell their stuff and make it a cool, you know.
If you do that, I help you promote it for free. I invented some MMA training gear years ago, but I'm not gonna say his name. But a manager that was representing me at the time, kind of asked him to help me like put it out there and he stole my idea. We ended up in a lawsuit and he got fired and everything, and he still got my idea. He started.
Yeah, that sucks.
But I like to invent like stuff for MMA. I invented some MMA headgear because you know boxing headgear don't work for us.
Yeah, it's hard to see and yeah.
I like to invent things. I was working on elbow pads so we could train with elbow pads. You know, you put the elbow pads on and you hold your hand, and it makes it hard.
Yeah. It'll either cut off the circulation or it'll slip, and you end up actually hitting somebody with an elbow. Yeah.
So I was working at the time. I was working on inventing something. With that, I asked you about it. You remember because he got the paint. He had the paintball years ago. He had the paintball equipment,
all the paintball gear.
Yeah.
And he would ask me. Yeah. This guy's no joke. Like I'm not making fun of him or anything. He's been trying to design things for years since I first met him. Yeah, we made a 4-way stretch workout tee. It was one of our first tees we launched under Rampage's collection. It had chains on it. He helped me design it. It was. I mean, he's always been very intuitive when it comes to design with product that he could have, like performance-based.
Yeah.
You know, he's always helping us with JAXXON stuff. He's helping with the Santo Studio designs with the performance gear, like the short stuff you saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Good shit. One thing I would love, because Rampage said, like, we need more stories about that. We see the relationship you have with the Silva brothers and Anderson and their family. We even see kind of the energy you have with other people. Very friendly, very respectful. Like, during a moment like that where you find out, like, oh, my God, someone gave me product. The product's going to, you know, potentially jeopardize my career, and you're emotionally like in a spot you haven't been in a while, or maybe have never been. Who reaches out to you? Who helps you during those moments? How do you get out of those moments?
I mean, I definitely had a lot of support. I actually think you were one of the first people to reach out to me, which I respect, like for sure. Yeah. Like when all that stuff happened, I think within a day or two, I think you hit me up like, hope everything's good. Yeah. After I announced it, so like props. I appreciate that. Yeah, for the most part, man, I've just had like my close friends and my family. I couldn't even get on social media for the longest. You know, I just came back, I think a couple weeks ago, just because I was still trying to like process everything, you know? Even like as soon as I had to make the announcement. So as soon as I made the announcement, it's like, there it is. Now here goes the world, like, thinking that I'm cheating or using steroids, you know, and shit like that. It's like, man, I never wanted that on my career. You know, I never wanted that blemish on my career, like, because that's not me. Like everything that I got, I fought for. Everything that I got, like, you know what I mean? Like the fact that I'm even an MMA fighter is like literally a miracle from God. So like, why would I jeopardize that by cheating? So to be like kind of criticized for that, it pissed me off.
Are the fans criticizing you?
In the beginning, you know, but then when I came back, I had a lot of support. Like there were a lot of people that were just like, man, like you'll bounce back from this. And, you know, family just kind of encouraging me to stay positive, to keep training hard, to just look at it as just like a moment in my career and I'll overcome this, you know? So like getting stuff like that, it definitely helped. And I think that's what allows me to be able to like, just stay motivated because I'm still on the same path, you know.
Yeah, I'll tell you one of the negative things about being a public figure is anything that's said about you, people automatically want to believe it.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah. Anything that's negative said about you.
Yeah.
Because Paulo Costa mentioned about this stuff that's going on with Alex Paredes.
Oh yeah.
And the lady was just doing clout for OnlyFans, and people jumped on it, and it's a lot of different things, a lot of different stories.
Exactly what you're saying. It's tough, man. It's like we're in this age of over information, and everybody has access, and we can read everybody's opinions, you know. And it's such a hard time right now to really like know what's truth and what's not.
Yeah,
you get what I mean. Yeah. And then everybody always feels the need to pick a side.
Yeah,
and it's like, you don't have to, you know what I mean? Like you also like don't have to get involved in certain shit. Like if people, you know, when like in this situation, like I can't have an opinion. I can't say what's wrong. It's actually none of my business. But internet makes it my business. Right. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
so like, I just try to, I guess detach from stuff. But yeah, as a public figure, man, it's tough.
So one of the main things that I've seen a lot is like people were actually, I read a pretty interesting comment because right when it launched, I know you and I know your personality and I know how much you want to be great and I know how hard you work to be great. You're not a guy looking for handouts. I see the style and the way you carry yourself here, how much respect you have for Rampage, even though you may be stronger than him, as well as the way you put in time training. So when I was reading this comment, I was like, who's his PR team? Why would he release his own statement? And I kept thinking to myself, this guy who lives in Minnesota in his mom's basement, who plays with like 3 cats all day, probably eats oatmeal that's 2 days old, is trying to criticize you on your PR game plan. Like, who told you, hey, dude, let's release this statement. Let's put this on Instagram. Let's have ESPN or UFC repost it. Like, it went viral pretty fast.
Yeah, no one told me. I just knew that it was the right thing to do. Just like I knew it was the right thing to alert the UFC as soon as I got information.
Oh, you're the one that alerted the UFC.
Yeah, dude. As soon as I got information that what I was taking contained a substance I wasn't, the first thing I did was call the UFC.
Wow. You called Dana or you called somebody?
No, I don't have access to Dana like that. But
what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You don't got Dana White's phone number?
I don't think so, no.
You would know if you had Dana White's number. So you don't have Dana White's number.
I might, but I don't know if it's like the same one. Like I don't have a recent number.
Do you follow him on Instagram?
Yes.
Do he follow you back?
No.
Oh, damn.
Dana, this man's one of your top athletes. He's a potential world champion in the next year.
Oh, no, he's going to be champion.
That's what I'm saying.
I seen him fight.
Come on, Dana. Follow the guy back and text him and say, yo, we love you.
As soon as Alex go to heavyweight.
Now he's gonna receive so many tags. But yeah, whatever.
Rampage can have the internet. Hey, JAXXON Podcast Discord, go tag Khalil Rountree in every Dana White video possible. But Rampage is correct. Like, do you text Dana directly or Hunter or who do you call at UFC? How does that even get down?
So I do have Jeff Nowitzki and Donna Marcolini's numbers, who are the head of the UFC anti-doping. So because it was regarding that, they're the first. I reached out to Jeff and he wasn't able to answer. I believe he was on a flight at the time, which I didn't know. But so I immediately called Donna right after and let her know. And she was helpful in everything that I needed to do.
Donna been there for a while. I think she was there when I was fighting there.
Yeah. Donna's been in the business for a long time.
Yeah,
she's been in the business, many different job titles and stuff, but she's been with the UFC a long time. But yeah, so yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because the lineup right now, if you look at like Jamal Hill has some serious injuries. You know, if the UFC says, hey, it's one more fight and then a title shot, who do you think makes sense for you next?
It's hard to say. Like, it's hard to say what makes sense. Here's my perspective. I understand if I have to fight someone in the top 5 before I fight Alex. I understand if that's the case, right? And I'm prepared for that. But the fight that I'm focused on and that I want is Alex.
That's the fight you want?
I want, and this is why.
Why does that surprise you?
This is why. Listen, I want to fight Alex because who doesn't want to see me fight Alex?
You goddamn right I want to see that fight.
You get what I mean? Like, who doesn't want to see that happen? Whether you think I'm going to win or lose, who doesn't want to see it? You have 2 of the most explosive, dangerous strikers in the division. And I'm not even going to be arrogant to say in history, but I'll leave that up to the people who want to believe it.
No, you damn good. You damn good at striker.
Say, preach.
I give you that.
Who doesn't want to see that fight happen? Okay, that's my first kind of like reason why, not necessarily anything else. This is why, like, I want that fight. I know if I have to fight someone else before, okay, but why I want that one. Now, if I were to fight someone else before I fight Alex, that then throws into the hat the possibility of me losing. Now, if I lose, no one wants to see me fight Alex because they're like, he doesn't stand a chance, right? And then if Alex loses, like the more time we waste making that fight happen, now if he goes and loses, then it doesn't have the same effect.
Yeah,
Kind of both
It
sides
doesn't
of the
have the
business.
same effect.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's why, like in my mind, like that's the one that I want because of the moment, because of he's at his best, I'm at my best, and no one can stop him. And right now, it's shown that no one can stop me either. You know, after the past 5 fights. Now, yeah, later down in my history, you can go and see that I've lost some fights, and okay, cool. And if anybody like wants to run that back, like, okay, cool, but let's run it back later. Right now is not the time. I'm focused on what's ahead, not what's behind.
What changed? What changed? Like you said, you lost in the past, and what changed? Because you had already went to Thailand before, right? Before all that, right?
No, so I went to Thailand right after the Johnny Walker fight.
Okay.
So there are a couple of things that changed. I think the main thing was I wasn't fully committed to fighting. And that was a big thing that was like, I was very focused on like, yeah, I have talent and, you know, I'm in the UFC, but I wasn't 2 feet in, 2 hands in, like this is who I am, this is what I do, and I'm committed to now that I'm in it, now I'm going for the top. I was more kind of like, this is what I do, and I'm also interested in other things and like alternate lifestyles and things like that, you know, like hanging out with friends, eating whatever, binge eating after training, flat. But then after, when I had to move back from Thailand because of COVID, I like made a promise to myself, like I have to leave the place that I love, that I really wanted to spend the rest of my life to pursue my dream. So I kind of like left all my hopes and dreams in a way like behind and committed 100% to fighting and like reaching the very top. So it was a commitment thing.
You can definitely see his mindset is in a place where very few can go.
And another thing too that people don't realize, when I got into the UFC, I had no more than 4 fights. I had the absolute minimum that it took to get on the Ultimate Fighter, which I think was 3 or 4, something like that.
The Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah. So I fought in the RFA at the time, had 3 fights, went and tried out for the Ultimate Fighter, made it on. And so I started my career in the UFC, and that's not easy. You know, most guys have to go 10-0, 11-0, 15-0, and then UFC's like, okay, come on. I started at like 3-0, 4-0, something like that. And so like I had my learning curve in UFC. Like I grew up in UFC, and now that it's like, and now I feel like, okay, it's home. I'm committed. This is what I do. Now I know what I'm supposed to do, and I'm committed to making my dream happen. You know what I mean?
Hey man, listen, that will be like that'd be like the fight of the year. That'd be a highly anticipated fight. And no disrespect to nobody. You know, I like both of you guys. You know what I'm saying? But I think he can actually take him.
Alex Pereira?
I think he can actually take him.
I do too.
When you look at it.
I don't think Alex has had a test like him. This guy is one of the most explosive, like he said. His striking's insane, but he understands the game. He has the cardio and he has the power. That's a big difference. Like Alex fights a lot of dudes. Yeah, they're big dudes, but do they have the striking power? Like this dude's an athlete.
Yeah.
So I feel like the difference is, in my opinion, Rampage, I'm gonna have to go with you on this one.
Only thing I don't like about him is that oblique kick. He got a real strong oblique. Can you hear us?
No, he can't. We have the headphones on.
Hey, he got a real strong oblique kick. That shit is fucking cheap, but
yeah, but if he does that against Alex is done.
Alex is
yeah,
done.
you did 2 or 3 of those. Ding, ding, dong.
You won't be able to.
Ding, ding, dong.
Yeah, I think this kid can be the next. Hey, how about
Yes.
So now let me step in.
Him and we get him on Team Jackson for submitted.
Yeah. So one thing me and Rampage were talking about was your mindset. Right now, we were just talking about your mindset, and we were saying that if you
we like all your skills.
Yeah. And we like everything that you can do. Rampage was actually. He's very favorable of some of your techniques you have in your arsenal.
Yeah, my oblique kick. I know he's a big fan of that.
I hate that shit.
You don't like it?
No, I hate
No,
that.
he went on the other podcast too and talked about how he didn't.
Who
like
did?
It. This guy.
Yeah. Did I talk to you about your oblique kick?
You did.
I did.
Oh, you talked about him.
Yeah.
Did I? You know, I don't watch.
I don't think you said my name, but you were saying how much you hated the oblique kick.
But I didn't say that I hated it. You did.
I don't think you said.
Did you
my
show
name.
him the meme you made of him kicking the oblique kick? You put his
I don't-
face on.
You promised we wasn't going to mention that.
I know, but you put his face on John Jones' meme doing the oblique kick. Remember, you go, Khalil Rountree.
You promised me that you wasn't going to
Not
mention.
telling him.
You just told him.
I'm telling you, brother. It's a podcast. I'm a podcaster, brother.
Look, I just know that every time I see Rampage for the rest of my life, that might come up.
What?
And I've accepted it.
What?
I know that you hate that technique.
You're real good at it, though.
I'm like, honestly, it's not something that I'm like wishing on everybody.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? It's a tool that is legal right now. Is it dangerous? Absolutely. Did I know what was going to happen? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And to know, it's almost like, okay, I've been training like strength, all this stuff. Okay, this is possible. Holy shit.
You got the hardest one. You got the hardest one in MMA. The most dangerous one.
Because I'm the strongest man alive.
You think he got the hardest one in the MMA?
What are we talking? What are we talking about? Why you holding that mic like that? What are we talking about right now?
The oblique kick. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he got the hardest. I think he got the hardest oblique kick.
I personally, and Rampage can attest to this. We were watching a fight, and me and Rampage, my dad, Vinny Loco, the whole team was here. Gabriel Silva, and we all said the strongest dude in the UFC right now is probably Khalil Rountree, and that would be one of the best fights against Alex Pierre. All joking aside, we all know that that's the fight we all want to see.
I didn't think you wanted to fight him.
Yeah,
that's why
Rampage
I said when you go to heavyweight.
Rampage thought you didn't want to fight the guy.
I thought you were scared of him.
Yeah, Rampage thought you were running for the hills.
Come on, dude.
No, I'm being serious. Rampage.
Wow,
thought
that's
you
crazy. No. That's actually like I've been asking for that. I said it before. It's no disrespect. Like I think that I'm actually pretty grateful that a guy like him has done what he's done so far, you know? And I like just for him too. Like he's given me like inspiration. Honestly, I wasn't really that excited about MMA after, you know, like guys like Anderson and Lyoto and stuff stopped fighting, even you. But it's like I didn't really know what to look forward to. And now this division and now this sport has somebody like Alex who I can fight. When I wake up in the morning, it's like sick. I got a goal. I got a target. I got a person. You know what I mean? Like, and so it's good. Like I'm pretty grateful for it actually.
It's no one else for him to fight though, huh?
I think that's one of the biggest fights the UFC could put together this year. Yeah. Hopefully everything gets taken care of and we get to see you back in the ring,
yeah,
in the cage.
Man, it'll be a great one, man. Like, and that one to me too is like another time where I feel like it can be a real contribution to the fans. You know, like it's win or lose either side, you know it's gonna be like a scaled, like you're gonna be on the edge of your seat, like damn, what, like anything can happen. What's gonna happen?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Like even me thinking about watching it, I get excited. You know, they're like, fuck.
Would you go back and watch that fight after you fight him? Would you go back? Would it be something that you would go watch? I don't watch my fight.
Like win or lose? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I know like how I feel right now, and I know how I felt, you know, this past year, and like my vision. So just to know, like if I could go back and watch myself, I'd look at myself and see like I know like you prepared for that, like you know, you were ready for that. You kind of called that into existence. So.
Do you watch your fights, your full fights after you fight?
Not all of them. The last one that I watched was the Anthony Smith fight because that was the most tapped in I'd ever been.
Yeah, I saw you mention that actually. You said that was your favorite fight you've ever fought.
Yeah,
Why
so far. Just because of like the growth that I felt in myself as a martial artist now. I've been in so many fights where like I was just like mad nervous and like scared and butterflies and doubts and, you know, just all this stuff. But that one was a lot different. Like I handled all those emotions a lot differently. I showed up to that fight just 100% prepared and like zeroed in. And
that's a good feeling.
I remember it from start to finish. So like to watch it back and to like just remember like, yeah, I wasn't phased. I was like, you know, you look at yourself and you're like, I wasn't confused. I wasn't trying to figure anything out. Like I was relaxed. I was calm. I was precise. So yeah, I like that one a lot. Like, yeah, like if I had to pat myself on the back, I'd do it for that one for sure.
I've seen a lot on your social media that you've been playing a lot of golf. You have a great swing. It seems like you really love the game, but it seems like you're an actual student of the game. Like I can tell just by your swing, you've put in time understanding technique, the way I just want to say this. Golf is a unique game. To see a guy as violent as you, as a martial artist.
It's not violence. It's not violence. Don't
Why?
Don't even say it. MMA is not violence.
This guy wants violence.
I guess the way that I fight is pretty violent.
He's pretty violent.
MMA itself is not violent, but I think there is like an essence of violence to my art.
I ask you one question.
Yeah.
Do you hate the person you fighting?
I mean, it's like yeah. I mean, there are times, or like let me rephrase that,
Yeah.
and let me say it like this: I fully open myself up and allow myself to hate the person if I need to.
But I'll let you unpack this. What do you mean it's not violence? I actually want to hear your opinion on this.
I grew up in violence. I grew up fighting on the street and stuff, and it was violence because my brother used to get bullied, my cousins and stuff used to get bullied, and it was absolutely violence, and that's fighting, that's violence. But whenever I fought anybody, I never hated them. You know what I'm saying? I dislike some people, but I never hated them, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's not violent if you really don't hate them and stuff like that. A lot of hatred in the streets and stuff, that's violence. You trying to really, cause bodily harm or kill or maim someone. But in cage, like there's a referee in there, safer.
Yeah. So
I understand where you're going with that.
Yeah, MMA itself and what we do is not violent. Yeah. I would say as an artist, there is an essence of violence to my art. You get what I mean?
Damn.
Wow. We got Shakespeare over here.
Yeah.
Like,
that was nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a big disconnect nowadays with like MMA and art,
bro.
Like martial arts, mixed martial arts.
Preach.
People,
bro,
like,
you can tell by the way he oblique kicking motherfucker.
It makes sense now.
No, but like
he's an oblique violent dude.
No, truly,
He's obliquely violent.
Truly, like this isn't like the UFC or any other organization's fault, but because we're trying to expand MMA to be more accepted in the world globally and get it on television and all that stuff, we're blessed to be able to be in this position. But I think that there is part of that took away the art to the martial arts. Like when we would watch old movies like Bloodsport and, Ong Bak and things like that. It's like there's an art because, we're warriors in a sense. And like, there's different movements and stuff to be able to defend yourself. And I think it's hard to see that nowadays because it has to be commercial in order to be profitable.
Hey, was Bloodsport, was that movie with the Kumatang?
Yeah.
I did a movie with that guy. The white
Claude?
No, I know his name. Don something, the guy that was the white guy that got hurt, went to the hospital.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, but you remember the guy, the big white guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a movie that was kind of like Bloodsport.
Where was the movie at?
Yeah, where'd you guys film it?
LA.
Okay.
When? Recently?
Recently, yeah.
How was it?
It was okay.
What's your character?
I got the shit beat out of me.
Damn.
Dog, you gotta
I didn't read the script. My manager got me like, "You want to do this movie?" And they told me the price. I was like, "How many days?"
Kick your ass.
I was like, he didn't tell me none of that. He was like, I'm like, "How many days?" He's like, 2 days. I was like, it seems like some good money. But cause I need to practice. I need to get back into practicing for acting. And I went and did it. And this is the second time my dumb ass didn't read the script. And I get there and guess who kicked my ass? Guess who got just obliterated me? Tybo.
Oh,
who?
Tony? No, what's his name?
I'm having a brain fart. Let's
Tybo guy.
Let's edit that one so I get his name right.
Yeah.
Billy got my ass.
Billy Blank.
Billy Blanks beat the shit out of me.
You got beat up by Billy Blank in a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, you're crazy.
Yeah,
why would you accept the role?
I didn't read the script.
He didn't read the script. That's
but
the thing. Like you would have known, you probably would have declined if you knew that you had to get your ass beat by Billy Blanks.
No, I don't. My Billy Blanks is a real martial artist. He's the nicest guy, but I wasn't upset about getting my ass kicked by Billy Blanks. It was the other dude that had kicked my ass. I didn't know that dude.
Okay.
You got beat up by a random?
I got beat up by a random, but then after he beat me, I went and I killed him. The movie wasn't about me. It was kind of like a blood sport, but the main characters were women.
Oh, okay.
So
female blood sport.
It was kind of like that, yeah.
Okay. I like that. Rampage getting adventurous.
Are we able to say like where and when this is going to be?
I don't know when.
You don't know yet?
I don't know when. I just shot it like a month or so ago.
What's the name of the movie?
I think it's called something Hands, or they want to call it Hands.
You don't know the name of the movie?
I told you I didn't read the fucking script.
I tell with this guy. This is a true story because he'll do this. I'm not even going to get into it because I know you. You probably don't know the name of the movie.
No.
That's outrageous to me.
That's crazy.
No, because
it ends up being a like box office hit.
Yeah,
and
like
he's
I
didn't even know the script.
And he downplays everything. How long did it take you to train for the 18 movie?
The 18 movie. John Singleton was attached to it at first, and he told me to start taking acting lessons.
Yeah.
And this was years before. So I started like training. I'm trying to figure out how to learn. I learned different from people, so I couldn't do acting classes. So I had to get one-on-one. And he gave me the same acting coach that taught Ice Cube and a couple other guys. No disrespect, but I just couldn't learn from her.
Yeah.
And then I went to another actress and stuff that was. I just couldn't learn from him. Then I found my acting coach Ed. And he's like in one of Tyler Perry's I had to say his name. Tyler Perry's TV show, the Office, the Oval Office. He's the president in there. He's not even an acting coach. He figured out. He said, "Oh man, you're an athlete. It's just like coaching." Boom. So he taught me. So all together, off and on, it probably took me a couple of years to get it down. And then when I found out I got the movie, I studied really hard. But when you watch the movie, most of my parts, most of my scenes that made it in the movie was all ad libs.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was all ad libs. The director, he figured out, he put this earbud in all our ears, and he figured out that he can direct me instantly. And the other actors, they couldn't really catch on to it like that.
Yeah.
So he would have me say my lines the way it was in the script, and I would say it and stuff like that.
Just repeat it, like how he said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we would do takes of him like, "Oh, say this." He just say it, and then I'll wait like a split second while he said it. And sometimes I'll be saying the beginning before he finished saying the end.
Wow.
And a lot of those is what made it to the movie. So a lot of it really wasn't me acting.
Gotcha.
It was me just reacting.
Yeah, like reacting or relaying what was being said. Yeah.
Wait,
That's
so
cool.
you did the A-Team with the earphone?
Earbud. It was like a little thing to go in your ear. Like a lot.
But could you talk back to him?
Well, I got a microphone on. He can hear everything. He's a director. He can hear everything we say. But I didn't have to talk back to him. What he did was, before we started filming, this was like halfway through the movie. Like, not halfway. Like we had already started filming. He said, "Hey, let me try something with you guys. See if you can do it." And he put the earbud in my ear. Because a lot of times we just be ad-libbing shit anyway. He likes it when I ad-lib and stuff like that. And so he put it in the ear and he said, I'm going to say what I want you to say. He didn't have to say every time, say this. He didn't have to say this. He just said.
He would just say a word. Yeah.
Yeah. In that one scene when he was fuck with the meat or the bark, I said something like, "If I break all your fingers, you think you can still do that?" That was, he had just said it in my ear, and I said it, and when I watched the movie, it made it into the movie.
Yeah.
So a lot of those things made it into the movie.
Yeah, that's cool. That's definitely like creative way of thinking. He's like, I'm just gonna put an earbud in, talk to this guy, because the director, right? That's their job. They need to see what's going on, then if it's making sense and their vision. So
are you still
sick.
studying acting?
I haven't in a while, man. Like I said, I've been 10 toes in fighting.
Yeah.
Like I kind of had to.
It will take your focus away, bro.
Yeah.
It will take your focus away.
Yeah, I don't want to be too focused on too many things. Like, do I want to act? Yeah. Do I want to do other stuff? Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I'm so motivated to get to the top and, you know what I mean? Complete my goal here.
Yeah.
And
that's smart, man.
just finish.
My advice would be to, after you retire or after you retire, just full fledged, full step ahead into acting, because you're a great actor. Like when we did that movie, you was a natural. That wasn't your first movie though. Huh?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and you was a natural. You did.
He was good on set.
Yeah, he did a good job. And he had the, when you was like the number 2. You was like the
second.
The second. Yeah. It was Tretch was the main character.
Yeah.
He was the second, and he had the hardest role.
Yeah, it was tough.
It was tough.
I had to channel a lot of emotions. But it was cool because my character was pretty similar to like my own story. Yeah. And like the movie starts off, I'm like in my house sleeping, and these guys are breaking into the house, and I hear a sound, and then the guy who plays my dad also hears a sound, and he comes out, it's 2 guys robbing, and they kill him.
Wow.
So like, because I'm not an actor, I could only go based off of experience. So the way that I played that scene was like, I'm in bed and I'm thinking like, okay, my dad was also murdered the same way.
No way.
Yeah. Some guys like broke into his hotel room trying to rob him.
But you wasn't
turns
there.
into a fight. No, I wasn't there. He was on tour at the time with Boyz II Men. So they break into the room, try to rob him because my dad wore like jewelry and stuff, and gets into a fight. The guys are armed. One of the guys shoots him dead in the hotel. So in my mind, I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, I'm going to fucking get these guys that killed my dad, because I know the script. So exactly when like it's my time to beat this guy up and hurt him, I'm like channeling real emotions, and these are like real tears coming out
Bro, they tell you in acting to use it.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if I could have dealt with something like that was so real for me.
Yeah.
I don't know how did you cope? How did you deal with that, bro?
I mean, I dealt with it on set, right? Like I that's one thing, like a few things I learned about myself on set was I knew the lines that were coming up and I just liked being in my trailer practicing my lines because it was almost therapeutic. Like I got to go through certain things. You know, there was a prison scene and I have a cousin who's close to me who's in prison and who will be in prison for a long time. And so when I was in a real prison cell with my lines, I'm just sitting in there thinking about my cousin. And I'm like, what does he feel like right now? You know, what do all of the prisoners feel like right now being locked in this room with just a toilet? And I try to channel those real emotions like, damn, this sucks. And now I got to go deal with some lady who like, I have to tell her why I need to get out of prison. So then when I had to do the scene where I'm like talking to the, you know, to the judge, I'm like, I felt like I'm really a prisoner. You know, I got the handcuffs on. I'm in the orange suit. Obviously there's cameras, but like I blocked that out and I'm just like, yo, judge, like, get me out of here. Like, I'm good. Like, you know? And so like, I think that that's one of the things I like about acting. Well, I can see, I can do it because it allows me to go to places that like my normal life doesn't really allow me to go to.
Bro, that's crazy. And
You know?
it's crazy you talk about prison scenes because one time, a long time ago before we started this podcast, Barrett was working on another podcast. He told me to come over to do the podcast and set everything up, but I was busy. But so I was coming that way. I got there like 2 hours early, and he had told me to come in, gave me the code to his door, and I walked in, and he was reacting to a prison scene in his room. I was like, excuse me, I'm here.
Yeah, I like how you inserted that joke.
Thank you.
Hey, you're getting funnier.
Yeah, thank you.
You're getting very funny.
Thank you. But I really wanted to say something else, but I had to give him back.
Yeah, that was a good one.
No, that was good.
A really
and I
good
can't
one.
mess with you now that you're not wearing the glasses because you look tough again.
No, I had to, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. Something's wrong with me. I'm not in touch with my emotions, and that's why I couldn't.
You don't say.
That's why I couldn't like channel that stuff like that. But when you told me that, I'm kind of ashamed to say this. When you told me that opening scene, because I didn't watch the fucking movie.
Yeah,
I don't watch it.
Of course not. You didn't even read the script.
I didn't read that
You
script.
just showed up.
I didn't read that script.
I know you didn't read the
Yeah,
script.
yeah.
I could tell. I'm like, this guy doesn't even know. I was my first encounter with Rampage. I'm like, this guy doesn't even know the fucking movie we're on.
I didn't read the script.
He's like, what am I supposed to do? And then I'm like, bro, I know your lines. How the fuck do you not know your
The
lines?
first time you meet Rampage on set, he doesn't know what the movie lines are or what to do.
He just shows up, just kind of like, well, I'm, you know, just fucking walking around. And they're like, okay, like you're sitting on the couch, and he's just sitting here, just like at the podcast. And then there's, you know, the extras, the girls, and he's just like talking to them about other shit. And they're like, Rampage, we got to film. And he's like, what I'm supposed to say? And then they're like, you don't know the fucking lines. Thank God we had a good director who just kind of let us freestyle.
Were they mad at me that I didn't know?
No. I think it's cool. Like those guys, like Jared and Demetrius, you know, like they're fight fans.
Yeah, they're great
So
guys,
for them, they were just happy to have us on set.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, there were a few things like we kept the story straight, but they just let us have fun.
But
And I
that's
think they
probably-
had fun as well.
That's probably why them motherfuckers never called me back to do another movie.
I wouldn't.
That's crazy because they called me back
Oh,
Well,
my.
for a part 2 of
Wow.
our movie.
Wow, they killed me off anyway. That's probably why they killed me.
Me
Died
too.
in the
But
movie?
remember, my character died.
That's right.
But guess what?
It's a prequel.
No, like in a way, they kind of wanted like, how can we revive your character and bring him back to life and make a part 2?
So, hey, honest advice.
Yeah.
Honest advice.
Yeah.
Is it unprofessional that I go to the movie set not reading the script?
No, that's perfect for you. You could get away with that. You're Rampage Jackson.
But they call him back. They didn't call me back.
You can, I would say, you can only get but so far with that, right? Like, yeah, I'm sure you can get away with certain movies and like, yeah, I don't need to know this, but like that's like if you want to land this like crazy role, like you're gonna have to practice. You're gonna have to dedicate the time to it. You know what I
like
mean?
where
So
you're
like
going
your
with
way
this.
can only it'll take you a certain amount. And like it's like there's the ceiling, but like you want the ceiling to be higher. You know
You know the saying, talent and hard work. Like talent can only get you so far. Hard work, like sometimes you got to put in some extra hours, brother. Not at the strip club.
No, but this is okay. This is the thing. I get offered scripts and stuff all the time. That shit get tedious sitting there reading all this shit.
Tedious. The line's one sentence at a time, brother. You
No,
won't
the
even do
script-
the intro because you don't want to remember what the person's name is on the pod.
I hate doing the intros to the
because he doesn't
podcast.
know the
He's good
person's
at
name.
it.
Yeah.
No,
Good at it. I say, hey, welcome back to the JAXXON podcast. It's your last name.
No.
It's our brand name. How can you forget
No,
it?
not that. You know, you see. Sometimes I have this like brain farts where I know these people and I just forget their names.
Bro.
It's just he's good at talking. And so I'm like, man, you go ahead and do the intro. When we first started the podcast, he had me doing intros and I'd be stumbling over my words.
I think it's just like you said earlier, like you have these brain farts, and then maybe that's just one of those times where it happens.
It's good that people understand though who you are though, so you're allowed to get away with a lot more than most. Like Luke says all the time, you can get away with a lot because you're Rampage Jackson.
No, that's racist shit y'all be on. He be saying white people can't say that shit when.
Well, you say some outlandish things that I can't get away with.
Why? I think it's freedom of speech.
Okay, well, what do you call a Ninja Turtle?
A nigga turtle.
I can't say that. I'd go to no.
A teenage mutant nigga turtle.
No, we can't say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Me and Luke would not be able to say that. All right,
Yeah,
but I
it'd
do
be
want to
bad.
get back to the question. We never heard the answer. Why did you fall in love with golf, and how'd you get so good?
Okay. So we went to a birthday party. Actually, we went to celebrate Kenneth Capello. It was like one of his birthdays, I think, or just like
Guy
it was
who
a
shot us
gathering.
yesterday. The campaign.
Yeah.
This guy who shot our campaign yesterday for JAXXON Santos Studio.
Yeah. So like his girl threw him, a little get together at Top Golf.
Oh.
So like I brought my wife and there was a few friends there. And so like we all pick up the clubs and we start swinging and everybody's trash. But then like my wife picks up a club and she doesn't play and she was good. And we were kind of like, oh, maybe this is something you can try out. Like you got a natural swing. So I thought of it as like, okay, maybe I'll pick it up too. And then we'll both just have another hobby that we can do together. So we're both very, like, we like to do things and we like to do things good. Like kind of like competitive, but also like borderline like perfectionist in a way. So I think golf was the perfect thing for us. But I couldn't in the beginning, like I could hit the ball really hard, but it just would slice every time. And I'm like, I can make contact, but I can't get it to go straight. So I was like eager, I was like, I need to hit the ball straight.
I can't get barely
like,
go straight either.
I mean,
I
it's a
put
struggle.
the ball right on the green every time. Every time I put that ball in the fairway, every single time, I'm within striking distance of the pin.
Yeah. So
I know exactly where my ball goes and where the hole's at.
I know,
every time.
I know you.
Okay, then. So why
I know
you
know
tease me
where
like
to
that?
put the balls.
Every time I put the balls in the hole.
I'm
So
sure.
why does that matter to you?
Let
I
him
have a
finish
great
his
swing.
thought.
I have a great swing.
Let him
I
finish his
swing
thought.
every single way I need to put the ball. What?
I bet you do.
What? I always swing properly.
I bet you do. Let him finish his golfing story.
I'll swing this way or that way, whatever you need.
100%, I bet. I bet. You play baseball too, don't you?
No, we're talking about golf, bro.
Okay,
You've seen me play golf. You know my game's impeccable.
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, I got obsessed with it. I mean, I thought it was a really good way for me to like have something else besides fighting to focus on. Yeah, I want to get really good, and so I dedicated, not the same amount of hours that I dedicate to fighting, but the same type of focus.
Yeah.
That's how I know I'm strong. That's how I know I'm stronger than you because I had a golf coach trying to teach me how to play golf. He was a really good coach. He was a pro, and I can't even do this because my arm's too big.
Strength. That's just
My arm's too big.
Yeah,
Can we settle this once and for all?
You're too tense.
Can we settle this once and for all? Do you really think he's stronger than you?
No, he's probably stronger than me at lifting weights. I'm not stronger than
Do you think you're stronger than him?
Yes,
Khalil Rountree, do you think you are stronger than Rampage Jackson? Yes or no?
absolutely.
Hey, I want to see him. I want to see him try to use the type of strength that I use, like man strength.
You like to use your strength on men?
I want to see him pick somebody up like I did
A man?
Ricardo.
You want to see him pick up a
Arona.
man?
And
No one could do
that's
that.
like pure power.
Okay, you're the only guy that's fit for the size right now. So, do you want me to do it on you?
Oh my goodness
You
gracious!
can't. I'm like 260 right now.
Okay,
No, you can't
but
lift him
you're
up.
light heavyweight.
Okay, but
Yeah,
it's
brother,
the
you
thing.
can't lift him up. He's about 280,
I
Bro,
said
I will-
260.
maybe 290
I'll
wet.
literally,
In a triangle choke.
dude.
from a triangle
Have you
choke.
seen the Ricardo Arona Pride
From
highlight?
a triangle choke, it doesn't matter. I'll put you on my shoulders and
From an
squat
arm
you.
bar or a triangle choke. I can do that to you.
Has he
Bro,
never seen you do the video?
He never
We
seen
saw it. We watched it 5 times here last time. I'm gonna stay
Bro,
where I'm at, bro.
That's
There's
pure
no-
strength. That's pure
You have to have
strength.
this. You have to have these.
That's werewolf
Yeah,
strength.
you have to have all this, brother.
You're tired now.
You
Aren't
gotta. Oh my! Where's the respect?
No respect.
First he calls you a
You're
grandpa,
tired
then
now,
Tyler
aren't you?
Perry.
No,
then
you
he
said
calls you a
all- no, you
Smurf.
said all
Then he
that
says
shit.
you look like a human Viagra.
You
and
said that shit. He didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
He didn't never say
Rampage,
that.
I would never say that about you. I got so much respect for you. I would never
Look,
say
he
you
had
look
to
like
take a sip of water. He's tired already. Look at that.
Oh my!
You need the energy
The
to
respect.
carry the
He
strength.
said you're shaped like a potato wedge. The respect.
I was getting rubbed on by strippers all night till like 4:00 in the morning.
That's you're definitely not stronger than I am.
Wow, I didn't know Thunder Down Under did all kinds of whale on mill rubs. What?
Here you go.
What?
He trying to
Didn't you
project
say-
it on me. Your projections.
Projections of
Hey,
what?
I like that T-shirt though. Let me.
Hey, look at these are all the JAXXON podcast co-hosts.
Yeah, it's just
And then Rampage and me.
Oh, I see it. The co-host.
Yeah, because we have the skate show, we have the moto show with Twitch, the skate
Yep.
show with Sheckler and P-Rod, and then
Yep.
me and Rampage have the MMA show, and then we have 2 co-hosts and co-co-hosts, TJ Dillashaw and Luke Rockhold.
Damn, that's actually pretty sick.
I do have to say something, in all honesty, while we're talking about scripts, and for all the directors watching this, I have a friend named Jordan Schur. He owns Schur Tone Pictures, and he does a lot of movies like The Warrior with Tom
And he
Hardy.
never called me back either.
No, he did.
Never.
Vinny, roll the tape. No, he did. I'll show you the video.
finish him,
Yeah.
finish him.
So, and one thing about Rampage, like Jordan was saying, is Rampage is a unique individual where sometimes he needs to play off the fact that he may not know the lines, even though he does. Because mentally, even if he didn't know lines or maybe didn't know lines, he doesn't want the judgment, but he's always going to deliver an A+ effort. That's how he landed one of the biggest roles of all time called the A-Team. So for directors and staff and casting who doesn't know him, sometimes he likes to play that game. Like on the podcast, he'll show up, pretend he doesn't know MMA. He'll know everything about the fight when the fight's over.
Yeah.
But he likes to play this role sometimes. You ever seen the guy in Will Smith, Fresh Prince, that goes like this?
Yeah.
Sometimes he likes to play that role, right? Or he'll do these things. You know that guy like, hello, the Urkel guy? He likes to play that role sometimes. He's an actor.
So let me break it down. So I
So
do
you're
know.
sandbagging.
See, I got your
No.
back. I got your back.
No, the thing is,
had
it's
to
certain
like-
movies I will work hard for, and I will read the script and read my lines and stuff like that. I knew my lines and stuff on there, but you don't have to tell me. You don't have to know all your lines, because you can get the gist of it, and then if you forget, you just yell line, and the script here tell you your line, and then you just go from there.
Yeah.
But some movies like that movie, I'm gonna be honest. No disrespect to the people I just shot the movie. They were great people, and I love working with them. But I didn't know them before I knew them.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to. I didn't feel like doing a movie. I just didn't feel like, because I'm so busy with this. But my agent, my manager, he's such a nice guy, and it's so hard to tell him no.
I understand that.
So I didn't even read the script. I didn't even read the script. So he's gotten me in a couple of different movies
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And
So you did kind of like a favor almost,
Yeah.
and so you weren't all the way committed.
But I
When
want to
you're
put
committed,
put respect on
yeah,
your name.
yeah.
He's very committed. He's here day in, day out. He understands what it takes to get the job done. And there's a lot of directors and people watching this that are looking at you to study. And I just want to put respect on your name.
No, I do. Listen,
Yeah.
bro, I'm a hard worker, dog. I'm a perfectionist too when it comes to stuff like that with movies and stuff like that. I am. I'm a perfectionist. I studied the lines and the fight scenes and stuff like that. Doing that movie helped me out for the next movie I did with Cowboy right after that, because my characters kind of similar.
Similar.
Yeah.
Which movie with Cowboy?
It was called Mojave Diamonds.
Okay.
Yeah, with Cowboy Cerrone, I got beat up by fucking Shell Shawnee.
Damn.
You got to stop getting beat up in every movie, brother.
That's
You're
what
ruining.
I'm
You're,
saying.
you're making me upset now.
Yeah, I know they keep.
You got to
kicking-
stop.
You got to make it to where they want your character to last. So just know,
Jeez.
start practicing the lines and make them want to have you back.
Or if you know your
Like,
lines,
we
they
can't
won't
get
try to
rid of
kill
this
you
guy.
off.
We can't get rid of this guy.
No.
We got to have him back.
But I'm gonna say my plan right now, because I love you guys. This is my plan right here. When F3 take off, or it's supposed to take off pretty soon, because it's a great drink and it's growing really fast, and it's growing faster than what we suspected. And I want to get the owner to. He likes movies. I want to get him to fund our own movies. The owner of F3 to fund our own movies, and I want to make like the stuff that I want to make. And hopefully I'll learn off the first one if I did a good job or not. If I do a good job, then I want to keep making stories that I want. I had somebody write a script for me. I paid somebody to write a script, and I got these other ideas. I like creating stuff, because when I watch movies like everybody else, I'm like, man, I want a movie like this.
yeah.
And so that's why I'm not even tripping. When I get to the place where I want to get there, I'm starting making my own, because I learned and I met a lot of different people in the industry.
Yeah.
So I want to create stuff for myself, and even if it just goes to my YouTube page, I don't care.
Yeah, your own website or whatever.
He's
like
good
your
at
own
making
productions.
content.
Yeah.
He makes good skits.
I can imagine. That's sick.
Yeah,
One thing I saw, that you're married obviously to a very high end fashion model. To your wife, does she influence your style? Is that how you're becoming so editorial with the way you put together your looks?
I think that I definitely appreciate my wife's perspective. She's been modeling since she was 13, 14. She's been on Vogue. She's done runway, so it's like I definitely appreciate her perspective.
You got an Asian wife?
Yes. Yeah.
Easy, Rampage. They're married.
I don't know if I can fist bump like that. That's
don't-
kind of weird.
Why?
Yeah, my wife's Asian,
I just
but
guessed
I don't
it.
have this Asian thing.
I
You
don't
know,
have-
I don't
no,
wanna-
Do you have
I
an
don't wanna-
Asian thing?
No.
Do you have an Asian thing?
No.
Have you ever been with an Asian?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I used to have an Asian thing where I only like Asians because I'm gonna tell you why. Because
I got a funny story. Keep going.
no. Only because the first Asian girl that I dated, like in Japan, she treated me so well. And before that, I was mostly with black girls, and stuff like that. And then maybe like 1 or 2 white girls, and probably one Mexican chick at that time.
Yeah.
And out of all the girls of a whole, the Japanese girl treated me the best.
Mm-hmm.
She catered to me. She was giving me baths and taking care of. She even brushed my teeth for me. I didn't have to ask her. This is the stuff she want to do. I remember I used to ask for a piece of gum, and she would take it out of the wrapper and give it to me and stuff like that. Except for one time, she got mad at me because I don't do drugs. But one time, my friends talked me into smoking weed, and I had smoked weed and I got high. And she never seen me high before, and she didn't like it. And I asked her for a piece of gum, had cotton mouth, and she just gave it to me. And I had put the whole wrapper in my mouth.
Wow.
Because I was used to her fucking taking the gum. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? And then she was like, she was mad at me. She taught me. She was like, yeah, I do all this stuff for you, but when she basically controlled me with how well she treated me, and I act right because I like to be treated that way.
I understand.
So for a while, I was only with Asian girls, but then now years go by, I get into the UFC, get more popular, and people see me with my female friends or one Asian girl. Oh, now I have an Asian fetish.
Gotcha.
And I don't like that. I don't have an Asian
Rampage though. Before my time, you did slide into my wife's DMs.
Did I? Proof. You got proof? For real? For real? 100%.
This is before me though. This
100%.
is before me.
100%.
I need to take a sip of water. 100%.
We'll be right back after these close captions. Are you kidding? Is this a true story?
Yeah.
100%. Because I don't slide him in people. Your wife must be bad as fuck because I don't slide him in
You
people.
owe him an apology.
It was before his time.
You just fist pumped him like you were
That's
excited
why
because you know the girl.
That's why you were apprehensive about fist
Yes.
bumping me on that. Why you just not telling me this?
Wait, is this really true or are you screwing with him?
No, this is true.
And what did he say in the slide?
Do you really want me to? Are we still rolling?
I want to hear roll. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck it.
fuck. So you slid into her DMs through your dog's Instagram account.
That wasn't me.
The dog.
Gizmo?
No, that's
Yeah.
Papa.
Gizmo, your
The
dog.
dog.
That's
The
Papa.
dog.
Tell me
Khalil
what it
Rountree's
said.
wife.
No.
Dog
I
with
want to
the
hear this.
green
I want to
hair.
hear this. Because I don't normally slide in girls' DMs. Let me hear this.
The dog with the green hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me what it said.
I'd have to call my wife
Please do.
right now.
I want to know.
I actually didn't bring my phone in the podcast room.
Bro,
We'll get this figured out.
I want to know. Okay. For this. Hey, I'm throwing my friend under the fucking bus here. Full disclaimer. My friend started a Instagram for my dog. He got the idea because he's a cute dog. Pets get a bunch of fucking followers. You can get him sponsored and all this bullshit. He started Instagram. He got the motherfucking password to it. I only took over that when I got banned for making fun of Congo and Shannon Briggs. So people kept flagging me and saying I was saying racist stuff because I put a picture of Shannon Briggs next to we had the blonde dreads next to the dude from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Then my account got banned, and then we changed that page
to the dog page.
No, we changed the dog page into my backup page.
Got it.
That's when I took over. But when it was a dog page, I didn't go there.
Okay.
How do we
I
see
wanna
this
know.
message?
But I want to see what your wife looked like though.
Should I just go on your account and then search her name and see if
It
there's
would
any
still be.
DMs?
It would still be in there. It would still be in there.
How
But
do
I
we-
don't
how
have.
do-
I don't have that. I don't. Since my page got back, I don't go to that. I don't use that. Backup
Honestly,
page.
dude, like
What did I say? What did it say?
I don't want to get it wrong.
But
Was
paraphrase.
it bad?
It wasn't anything.
No,
It
paraphrase.
wasn't anything bad. I don't
Paraphrase.
see Rampage is not a bad guy.
No. I don't think he was saying anything bad, but was it a little
Paraphrase.
crazy?
Not crazy, just kind of like, like trying to get her attention, you know? Like, hey.
What did it say though?
I don't want to.
I'm telling you,
I
there's-
don't want to get it wrong.
What do you-
Everything,
can
everything
you-
that everything that I've said up until now has been like this has been truth.
No, yeah.
So I don't want to say what the message said because
yeah.
I honestly don't.
Plus
know.
or minus like 5 on the horny scale.
Knowing Rampage, 3.
Oh, that's good. Good job.
Yeah,
No, then
knowing
it wasn't-
Rampage,
Then
knowing
it wasn't
Rampage.
me. I'm throwing,
It wasn't me.
I'm throwing my friend under the bus.
Why?
Because he started a page
Don't
for
do
me.
that.
He post, no,
Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that uses a scapegoat.
No. I'd like to keep it real. I keep it real. I'm sorry. I don't care if some people call it snitching or what the fuck. I keep it real. I ain't no motherfucking Tekashi 6ix9ine motherfucker.
Yeah,
So are you
But
being
I
a
keep it
rat?
real. Huh?
Are you snitching?
No, I'm not snitching.
Don't snitch. They're
I'm
gonna
keeping
use.
it
They're
real.
gonna use a little mouse emoji every time we post you.
What I take it as Rampage is saying, look, it wasn't me, it was my friend.
You know that song by
Because it
Shiggy wasn't
came
me.
from the dog. Because it
Man,
came from the dog Instagram.
Yeah, it
That's
wasn't
what
your
I'm glad
personal-
you told me that because it wasn't. Because I ain't finna slide no. Listen to me.
It all makes sense.
Listen,
It
I'm a
all
ugly-
makes sense.
Hey, I'm an ugly ass motherfucker.
No,
I'm not finna.
stop. You
let me
look like a
finish.
model.
Shut the fuck up. With that sus ass shit, nigga. I'm an ugly ass nigga, and I need a little bit of my status if I'm gonna be sliding some motherfucking girl DM. So she come to my page and say, oh, he a fighter, this Rampage Jackson. He got so many followers, blah, blah, blah. My dog page had like probably 200 something followers before I took it over as my backup page.
How do you even get your dog to type? What? What? I don't even get how a dog can DM a girl.
Yeah, he was DMing bitches, I'm telling you. My dog is a
Gizmo.
Chick, Gizmo is a chick
The
man.
little chihuahua
Have
with
you
the
seen my
green
dog?
mohawk.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
a
seen
chick-
your dog.
He's a chick magnet.
That dog's blocked.
The dog's blocked.
No wonder you didn't want to bring your dog today. I told you, Vinny, there was something going on.
Hey, can I tell you one thing though? One time I did slide in the girl's DM back in Facebook time.
Oh, no. Tequila?
No, hell no. She never my type.
What do you mean?
She wasn't my
I thought you
type.
took her on a date.
I never met that bitch.
I saw her with a photo with you wearing the
Wait,
affliction
so you
t-shirt.
don't slide in DMs?
No, it's very rare.
Come on.
No,
this
bro.
is getting crazy.
No,
This is crazy.
No,
You're
no.
telling me Rampage Jackson don't DM chicks.
I don't slide in DMs like that.
Oh, this-
I slide in. I slide in if they post something funny, or or I'll like one of their stories, or I put the flames on there. If I kind of know them, I put the hard eyes and stuff like that. But I ain't sliding like, hey. But you know what? One time I followed this girl and she followed me back, and I was like, oh, thank you for the follow. And then she was like, oh, no problem. Then I asked her like something. It's like, where you from? Something, and then she left me on red. Then I just
Got you.
I deleted. I don't be sliding girls DM.
It's risky.
It's risky.
Yeah.
I do some risky shit, but not in the DM because they can snap a picture of it and post it and like, oh, Rampage all in my DMs.
Yeah.
If you get that,
Yeah,
check
that's
on.
exactly why I said it's risky. I mean, you never know who you're.
But I want to see what your wife look like. See if I remember because I'll
I
own up
honestly
to
don't
it.
have my phone on me.
I'll own up to it if you show me the DM and I remember. I'll own.
You'll
up to
remember. She's got a memorable face.
It. All right, I own up to it if I did it. But my homeboy Papa, I know he knows my type, and so he probably trying to put a nigga on.
Yeah.
He wasn't married back then either, so he was probably trying to do it for himself.
Maybe. Who knows? But
Listen,
I just needed to say
as
that.
we wrap this up, I got the last question here from the Jackson Podcast Discord. First of all, I want to say thank you for coming on here.
Pleasure.
And in all honesty, I want to make sure that everybody understands that me and Rampage and the Jackson Podcast, as well as the Jackson brand, have been behind you from the day we met you. No matter what happens, no matter what came out, that goes all the way down to a guy like Gabriel Silva, who's one of your biggest supporters in your corner. Yeah. Anderson's kid, who's undefeated pro boxer, who was the first one to come in here and be like, yo, this is BS. It wasn't him. Obviously, there's something here. And then a few hours later, we find out it wasn't you. So you have some real riders for you out here at the Jackson House. But very excited and very happy to see you in a good light. And now that you had said that too, I wanted to remind myself the only reason why I checked up on you, I just wanted to make sure that your energy didn't change because we know that you're on your way to win a belt. So That was always good because we weren't doing any business at the time. And I feel like all people should always check in on their people, not just when they're on the top. The last question we had is in the Jackson Podcast Discord, and we appreciate you guys leaving us comments in there and being active with us. Rampage obviously has you guys on a field day with my outfit. It says that someone asked, is it true that you spend 3 hours a day stretching?
Yeah, just about.
And what do you stretch?
Everything. So like the way that it works is when I wake up in the morning, like let's say if my sparring is at 11:30, I'm at the gym by 8:30, just already pre-warming up, pre-stretching, making sure that I feel good before I go into combat. So that's already like 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 if I show up a little bit earlier. And then if I like before or after my second session in the day, I have to do the same thing. So like I always have to make sure that my body is primed and prepared before I do any type of physical activity, just because I want to avoid injuries. You know what I mean? I don't want to be stupid and mess anything up. So yeah, what do I stretch? I mean, it depends. Like if it's my calves and I feel like my calves are tight, then I'm going to take as much time as I need until they feel loose again.
Wow.
You know, my neck, Cody was working on it today, but it's like, if I need to stretch my neck, if I feel like I can't lift my leg up to throw a kick, okay, then I'm going to spend as much time as it takes stretching it. So I think like, yeah, I do spend that much time, but it's more like self-care, you know what I mean? Self-maintenance type of stuff versus like yoga or like specific stretches that people are asking for.
Man, that's a coincidence because before Bear's roommate moved out, he used to get stretched out for like 3 hours too.
I got a fight house going on at my house. I let everybody use it for their fight camps. I got 25 fighters in that thing. Yeah. And Rampage came over one night and said, yo, which room could I bunk with? And I said, Rampage, we don't have bunk beds here. This isn't Big Bear in the 90s. He goes, well, when I was fighting during camp, I always got to snuggle in a bunk bed with someone that makes me sleep better during fight camp. I said, well, Tito Ortiz is right over there. So maybe that will bring up something.
He said he got massaged by Cody. Let the audience know who Cody is. Bear take care of everybody. Just so y'all know, Bear.
Yeah.
He's an asshole and a bully in here in this room, but that's not really who he is. He takes care of everybody. So I just wanted him. He won't talk about it. I wanted him to tell what he got in here, and he got like a physical therapist. He comes here every day. Once a week, he has a barber. Have you been here when the barber's here?
Yeah, yesterday actually.
Oh, for real? You got your haircut?
Yeah, I got my beard lined up. It was nice.
Yeah, Cochino.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, he's super cool guy, man. Yeah, Bear got it laced up. Bro, sometimes we be here watching the UFC fights, and he'll call this dude over, and he'll pull up in a big van and bring out a bunch of shoes and shit like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. When Francis Ngannou was here,
I just wish you had that same energy when he was sitting here at the table.
I did.
You didn't say it one time.
No, he told me. Francis asked me, "Why do you say my name like that?"
And then what did you say?
I thought it was right. I was
sorry.
Right. Come on, I don't want to offend nobody. Anyway,
get on with this story.
Thank you. He always interrupted me, and the dude came in with a whole bunch of shoes. My dad was here, and he had all his good shoes. I just wanted to get one. No, get more. And then later the guy left, and I just so happened to look at the receipt over there. I felt bad, man. He spent $52,000 on shoes.
Wow. This guy.
For
Yeah, I'm not
team,
surprised.
Not for me, for the team.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised.
I'll be wearing it.
I can definitely back that up, Bear. You do your thing, man. You take care of your people. You got nothing but good people around here. Surrounded.
We got a good team.
You know, it's a great team.
All the way down to our guys, Vinny and Loco and
Vinny,
Gabe,
Loco, Gabe, like everybody, man.
My partner Josh.
The
That's
barber
what we
yesterday,
wanted.
like everybody helping out that to make Jackson and everything else come to life and to operate. It's a good,
There's just so
real
many
good,
brands
man.
that
Good
practice
people.
community or talk about culture, but they don't really care. And my whole thing was, if I'm going to win, everybody around me is going to win. Yeah. I mean, this guy, without him, we wouldn't have this show. And this is my actual true love. Like, yeah, I love building the Jackson brand, but my favorite thing to do is stay back here. I get here at 8 a.m. I leave at 1 in the morning. I'm here 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I love to do. So if everybody else could feel that same love and passion, it's going to inspire the whole community. We all going to win together.
Yeah, but we got to thank the audience, man. Thank you guys for all the comments and everything. Make sure you guys follow. What's your Instagram?
Just my name, Khalil Rountree.
I don't know how to spell that shit. So follow Khalil Rountree. Follow Bear GDO.
Thank you. That was very polite of you.
The GDO.
Yeah, make sure you guys go check out Rampage's Instagram Gizmo. You see all the girls he follows. What's your
Gizmo.
But is that not it?
I didn't slide in his, make sure you guys follow because he be posting a lot of funny behind the scenes.
I just try to post whatever I can. Rampage loves to just find a girl's Instagram and DM, but use his dog as the opening line. I knew he had some sort of technique, but we never could see it in real life. And now we know it's the green fur ball he rolls around with. Oh my God.